Hello children. Yes, our social studies revision video. Okay, as usual, we can start our class with a silent prayer. So kids, join your hands, close your eyes. Okay, so about our exam, our second terminal exam will start from, yes, December 8th onwards. The portions from social science are chapter 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8th one. 8th one, isn't it? 7, 8th one up to page number 21. The people of India, page number up to page 21. Okay, that all the videos are there. Just check and study that. And about our revision, the exploring the earth, chapter 4. And from there, the first topic is layers of earth. Crust, mantle, outer core, inner core and all. Crust, this is the outer layer. And next one, mantle, outer core, inner core. Noted. So these are the 4 layers of earth. And next one is about our lithosphere. The word lithos means, yes, rocks in Greek. And lithosphere consists of all the rock particles and soil particles. The next one is about the physical features. That's an important topic from the top chapter. Different physical features we know. Plains, plain, flat surface on the earth, and a raised portion, hills and mountain, and raised portion, but the top is flat. Yes, plateaus, and an area which is covered by water on all the 4 sides means island. And next one, the area which is covered by water by 3 sides, peninsula. Then deltas also. Delta is a triangle shape, and deltas we can see at the mouth of rivers. Next one is about the water bodies. Lakes, oceans, sea, lake, pond, rivers and all. Rivers means a flowing body of water. And oceans is the deep one, and which consists of or which contains salt water. And next one is about the water cycle. What's meant by water cycle? Yeah, that's a cyclical process. And kids, you have to know how to draw the picture that shows water cycle. That 2 pictures are there. You can select one picture which is easier for you. And I don't know, you have to be ready with that picture. And social science examination, you have to bring the crayons and the color pencils. Though we can't use the sketch pens and all. So bring color pencil or crayons. And water cycle, that picture that we know already. And what is meant by the water cycle? Water from rivers or ponds or oceans, or we can call it as water bodies. Yes, becomes evaporate, and water becomes water vapor with the help of the heat, and that process is called as evaporation. Evaporation. And what happens to that water? Yes, that water becomes water vapor, and that water vapor condenses and forms clouds. Clouds in turn, becomes rains, and rainwater again reaches to earth, and that rainwater goes to water bodies, and water from these water bodies again becomes water vapor, and that's a cyclical process. That picture also you know that the picture is already uploaded there in our social Google Classroom. Please check it and study that. And next one is about our domains. Which are the domains? atmosphere, lithosphere, and a hydrosphere. Atmosphere means it contains gases. Lithosphere, it contains rocks. And the next one, hydrosphere, contains water. Okay, so atmosphere, lithosphere, and hydrosphere. And next one is biosphere. Biosphere includes these three spheres. Which are the three spheres? Atmosphere, lithosphere, and the hydrosphere. Okay. The next chapter is about using maps. Main topics are about the continents and oceans. How many continents we have? There are 7 continents, and you have to know which are the continents. And you have to know how to arrange the continents from largest to smallest. For example, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. And which is the smallest continent? Australia. And which is the second largest? Africa. And how many oceans we have? We have 5 oceans. And the one and only ocean which is named after a country, Indian Ocean, and Southern Ocean is also known as which one? Antarctic Ocean. And the ocean which divides North America and South America from Europe, Africa, and Asia, the Atlantic Oceans. And next one is, important one is political difference between political map and physical map. Easy method is the political map. Only the state, countries, boundaries, continents, and states, that only mark the. And physical map that we already know. Physical features. So the physical features: rivers, mountains, lakes, deltas, peninsulas, islands, and all. And so all these features are included in our physical map. So we can see that physical map shows all the physical features such as landforms and water bodies, or plains, lakes, hills, mountains. Okay, whereas political map means political map shows only the country's boundaries, continents, oceans, and the states, state boundaries. Okay. Next one is about the keys or legends, which are the colors used for indicating plateaus, plains, that is hills, water bodies. For indicating water bodies, which color is normally used? Blue color. For plateaus, yellow color. For hills, brown color. For plains, which color? Yes, green color. And symbols also, that you know very well. And directions. Which are the directions? North, south, west, east. These are the 4 directions used in maps. And next chapter is from our Term 2 textbook. Term 2 textbook, first chapter, Discovering India. The first topic, have to know how to write your own address. Name, flat number or street number, and post PO, pin code, and your district, state, and country. Maybe in your question paper you will get the address of some others in a big sentence, and you have to identify how to write the address of that particular person. Next one is, in India, how many states we have, how many union territories we have, and what's meant by a union territory. Union territories are the places or the states which are directly governed by central government. And next one is about our national capital. And what is meant by a national capital? National capital means the place or the cities in which offices of central government is located. This are national capitals. Yes, New Delhi is the national capital of India. And what is meant by state capital? State capital means the cities where the office of state government is located. which is our state capital, Thiruvananthapuram or Trivandrum. And next one is about the climate. Summer, winter, monsoon, autumn, spring and all. And the crops, which are the different crops, and which are the about culture and heritage of different states and all. Next one is about our seventh chapter, Mapping India. That is a very familiar chapter for you. And how many physical divisions we have? See, be ready with physical features and physical divisions. And if somebody are saying, if I'll ask question to you, how many physical divisions you have means, don't say the number of states. And physical divisions and states are differ. Physical divisions means we have only 6 physical divisions. And which is the largest physical division, or which is the largest region? Largest region and largest state, both are differ. Largest state is Rajasthan. Largest region is Southern Plateau. Okay. And which are the 6 physical divisions? Himalayan mountains, northern plains, southern plateau, Great Indian Desert, the coastal plains, and island. Kids, most probably there is one outline map along with your question paper, and you no need to study how to draw the outline map. Outline map will be there. Already printed outline map will be there. You have to mark all these 6 physical divisions. Maybe I don't know. You can just be ready with that. And for marking that, you have to bring crayons or color pencils. And Himalayan region we know that here brown color, and northern plain, it stretches from Punjab to Assam. Great Indian Desert, Rajasthan, and some areas of Gujarat. And western coastal plain near to our Arabian Sea, eastern coastal plain near to Bay of Bengal, and southern plateau also. And Himalayan mountains are classified into 3: Himadri, Himachal, and Shivalik. Himadri is known as Greater Himalaya, Himachal, Middle Himalaya, Shivalik, Outer Himalaya. Next one is about our northern plain. It stretches from West Punjab to East Assam, and important topic from that northern plain is about the perennial rivers. And you already know the difference between perennial rivers and peninsular rivers. Perennial and peninsular rivers. Perennial rivers are the rivers which are originated from Himalaya, and it flows through northern plain. And which are the examples? Which rivers are called as perennial rivers? Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, and Indus. Why we can call these rivers as perennial rivers? Because throughout the year there is continuous flow of water. What's the reason? Yes, these rivers are originated from Himalaya, and we know Himalayan ranges are fully covered with snows throughout the year, and this snow melting water flows through these rivers. That's why there is a continuous flow of water throughout the year, and these rivers are also called as perennial rivers, and perennial rivers are also called as Himalayan rivers. And next one is peninsular rivers. Peninsular rivers are the rivers which are originated from the southern plateaus, the mountain ranges of southern plateau. For example, Kaveri, Tapti, Mahanadi, Narmada, Krishna, Godavari. That all rivers are called as peninsular rivers. Why we can call that rivers as peninsular rivers? Because these peninsular rivers are rain-fed rivers. Means these rivers are depending upon rainwater, and there is no continuous flow of water throughout the year. Okay, and which is the largest region in India? Don't say that is Rajasthan. Largest state is Rajasthan. And largest region is Southern Plateau. Southern Plateau consists of how many plateaus? There are 3 main important plateaus. Which are the 3 main important plateaus? Malwa Plateau, Deccan Plateau and the Chota Nagpur plateaus. And Great Indian Desert, also called as Thar Desert. In India, that area is located at Gujarat and some portion of Gujarat and Rajasthan also. Coastal plains. How many coastal plains we have? Western coastal plain and eastern coastal plain. Western coastal plains lies near to Arabian Sea, whereas eastern coastal plains lies near to Bay of Bengal. And which one is more wider? Eastern coastal plains are more wider. And next one is islands. Islands, we know the area of land which is fully covered by water on all the sides. And which are the 2 major islands in India? Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Island. And the last one is about our 8th chapter, page up to page number 21 only. And which how many official languages in India? There are 22 official languages. And what's meant by staple food? And which are the factors influences the cultivation of a particular area? Mainly climate and physical features. And about different areas. And different areas, which is the which type of climate is experiences and which type of food is used by the people in that area, and what is meant by population and people, and what's the difference between population and people. Number of people lived in a particular area is called as population. Okay, and one map is given with the help of that map. Some questions are there that I already recorded that in last video. So up to page number 21 only. And what is meant by official language? What's meant by official language? Yes, official languages are the languages which are used by the government for its work. Which is the official language of Kerala? Yes, Malayalam is the official language of Kerala. So kids, be ready with maps. Physical divisions, you have to know how to mark all the physical divisions. Himalayan regions, maybe they will ask to mark Himadri, Himachal or Shivalik. And eastern coastal, western coastal, Thar desert, the desert area, then southern plateaus and all. Okay kids, the northern plain stretches from, while you are marking the northern plain, it have to be stretches from Punjab to Assam. Okay, up to east. So kids, these are the portions, and be ready for exam. All the very best wishes. And one more thing, in your question paper there are multiple choice questions. See, don't write the options only. You have to write the correct word. Somebody are writing option A, B, C like that. Don't write that like that. And fill in the blanks. You can write that particular answer and match the following. Don't draw like this. You can write the correct answer in B column. Then true or false. And then think. Name the following questions are the think and write. Think and write means that questions are mainly based on application level questions. Application level questions means that not direct question. Some twisted questions are there, and you have to read the questions twice or thrice. Then it will be easy. So okay, be ready for your exam. Once again, all the very best wishes. Thank you.